Hello, welcome to Home of Politics, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to have you again and talk to you. Subscribe, share, like, comment. Don't forget to give me feedback on every analysis that you have watched on my channel. Today, we are going to see the importance of people diving into politics, and it is very true that these politicians or people who are following up politics so much, they are into politics because they know what they are going to benefit from these politics. And so it is true that a number of leaders, may it be in government, in opposition, or whether they were in power, and right now maybe they are in office, they just decided to follow politics because they know what they are going to gain after being in politics. Right now we see so many people have been joining the government or have been trying to associate themselves with the government because they are intending to gain something. And apart from gaining something, they are hiding their evil deeds. Most of these cases whereby somebody has been having a case in the court of law, maybe a graft case, and he or she is being investigated. And so the only way to avoid a lot of scandals is to join the government so that your case can be forgotten, or it can be forgotten completely because you are in office, or you can gain favors from the government. And so it is convincing us that some of these leaders or some of these politicians are to one way or another, they are frustrated when they realize that even after putting so much effort in joining the government or doing politics, they are still being followed by their cases. They need to pay fines. They are being exposed of their evils that had happened in the past. And so the first leader whom we are going to see here, it is the former governor of Kiambu County. This is Governor Ferdinand Waititu, formerly known as Baba Yao. This is a leader who was in power, but he did not finish his leadership term very well because he was impeached due to corruption cases and misuse of office, whereby a graft case was found. He corrupted more than 60 billion Kenyan shillings, and his case is still active. I don't know when it will be acted upon. And so the story about Ferdinand Waititu, this is Baba Yao. He decided to join UDA in 2022, and he joined UDA in 2022 only because he had faith that UDA was a famous or a popular party, knowing very well that he can be re-elected again in Kiambu and win successfully because he was under that party led by President William Ruto. Another issue, he was assured that if he can be within the government or within UDA, his graft cases can be covered and forgotten completely so that he can remain clean without any blames. And so he also expected a lot of rewards, of which in turn he was blackmailed. For example, after he failed terribly during the campaign, so he did not secure a seat, Waititu was given a job by President William Ruto. He was a member of Nairobi Rivers Commission, whereby he was given a chance. But unfortunately, some of the lawyers or legislatures came up and challenged how fit or how good was he in that position. Unfortunately enough, he was found that he was being investigated by the court because of the graft case of corruption and abuse of office, squandering more than 60 billion shillings. And that case, graft case that is still ongoing, denied Waititu that chance of becoming a member of Nairobi Rivers Commission. And so he felt so much pain because at first he had quitted his own party. Second thing, he had joined UDA. The third thing, he had failed terribly during the campaign. He did not secure any seat. Fourthly, the only office or the only job that the president has offered him, it has gone away. And so 3 weeks ago, Waititu decided to quit from UDA only because of frustrations, because what he intended to gain was all lost. Another politician is Dr. Miguna Miguna. This is a famous lawyer whom, after being deported and he was restored back to Kenya by President William Ruto, was seen to sing a lot of praises to President William Ruto, and we were sure that he is supporting Kenya Kwanza government because he was brought back to Kenya. But of late, the story has changed and Miguna Miguna has changed his tune. On his X account or Twitter, he posted, I'll read, "I can assure you that in 2027 and beyond, Kenyans will not remember, recognize or be impressed by President William Samoei Ruto's eloquence, frequency, foreign trips or counter suits. They will remember only the hunger, poverty, unemployment, and the cascading astronomical scale of corruption. Don't ever say I didn't warn you." And so, Miguna Miguna, from his statement, he has turned against President William Samoei Ruto. And we see as time goes by, he was in politics or he was supporting President William Samoei Ruto with an intention of being rewarded or being given a position or a favor or being given a job now that he's the most experienced lawyer, according to how he usually brag. And we see things did not turn out the way he expected because of recent, during the application of the office in the office of the DPP, Miguna Miguna seemed to be the most suitable candidate to fit in that office, but unfortunately he didn't even make it to the interview. And so Miguna Miguna seems to be frustrated and disappointed. Another category of leaders or politicians, these are the cabinet secretaries. For instance, some of the cabinet secretaries that were appointed and right now they are in the offices of the government, they were found guilty of some graft cases. Some of them were still investigated and some of them were fined, while others were having serious cases to answer in the court of law in Kenya. But because their intention was to join the government so that they can be protected, favored, and also to have their personal gain, they became good friends of the government and they were appointed, and right now they are enjoying those benefits. And for instance, we can just conclude by saying these politicians do not join politics because they have the passion of the public or the interest of the people in their heart. But the first thing, what will you gain in politics? Are you having any of the problems with your personal issues? Then you might be covered by the government. And lastly, will your desires be fulfilled? Of course, it was very unfortunate for people like Ferdinand Waititu, who expected that they will gain something at the end of the day after joining hands with President William Samoei Ruto in his party UDA. It turned out to be nothing, and that's why Waititu has exited UDA. Right now he's tarnishing the name of President William Samoei Ruto, calling him a liar, dishonest, and full of fake promises, only because what he intended to achieve has not been granted. Same to Miguna Miguna. His expectations to be given a job, maybe in the office of the DPP, or being given a position in government because he knows law, he has been practicing law for a very long period and he has a private firm. He expected maybe to have something to cling on in this government. But unfortunately, immediately after the president brought him in Kenya, he ignored everything because he just gave him his right to be a citizen of Kenya and nothing else. Up to now, he is criticizing the president, he's criticizing the government because he feels like even if he's acting to be so nice to the government, he has gained nothing at the end of it all. And right now, he is not predicted if he is in opposition, siding with Raila Amolo Odinga, of which he claims to be his biggest enemy, or he's still criticize the government as himself because he's not being pleased with the system of ruling. Because of the personal benefits, then it can make somebody to quit or to maintain his relationship or her relationship with the government. Tell me your ideas in the comment section, and you can also mention some few leaders whom they joined government because of their passions and personal benefit, or to hide their crimes in order to be safe in the government. I know you know many of them. I've just mentioned few of them. Send me ideas. Let us share it. Thank you. Have a good day.